Welcome back, Jocelyn Jones-Lybarger here to the program. Getting ready to do battle on UFC Fight Night 89. Still Ronda Marcos. Nothing's changed in that department.
Thank God.
Yeah, I know, right? It's it gets hectic. You know, things get changed and things keep bopping around and stuff. I do want to talk to you. I hate starting off, with negativity, but I want to talk to you about your last loss. Pesha. Great fight. She was just a better girl that night. That's just the way it was. And excuse me, I'm sorry. She's the better fighter that night. And it was for me, it was great to watch that fight kind of progress and kind of see how you were. And I did see where you've gotten better. I did see where your hand speed has gotten better, your foot motion's gotten better. I see that your strength has gotten a little bit better and that your cardio was through the roof. Like I saw that. You could see it even though you got the loss. I still see the positives out of it.
Yeah.
What's it like for you though? When coming back to the gym and going, okay, I gotta look at this loss. I have to watch the fight, and I gotta find out what I did wrong and improve on it. What was it like for you going through that process?
Fighting Tisha, she's fast. I didn't think she'd be that fast, and the octagon is humongous. Right. I wasn't ready for that. Like when I got in there, I was like, holy shit! Like this thing's huge.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. She was the better fighter, faster. Like Coach says, I let the moment take over. I was so nervous, to be planning a party. Like, hey guys, I'm gonna get the fights. Conor McGregor, Jose Aldo. We're having a party at our house, and then 14 days before the fight, I get the call to be on the biggest card of the year. Like it was unreal, But after going through that, I need to accept, I'm here now. They called me. I'm in the UFC now. Now I need to show them, why they called me, why I'm there, But I learned a lot that night. I learned a lot. I knew Tisha, she didn't want to stand and bang with me. Right. She probably watched the Zoila fight, so she knew she had to be in and out, And now we've been working a lot on my footwork, on, moving and throwing and cutting the cage off and stuff. And just using the space, I don't always have to stand in the pocket. I don't always have to be there. We've been working on that a lot. I felt like too in the fight, the third round, I was finally getting, rhythm. I warmed up, but it was a good learning experience. And, now I'm excited to get in there June 18th with the full, 7-week fight camp under my belt.
Yeah, for the folks at home that don't realize, she got a call, like she said, 14 days before UFC 194, Aldo versus McGregor. So that 13-second knockout with McGregor and Aldo in the main event becomes a huge deal around the world, and she gets thrown into it. And that's her first fight in the UFC. So talking about not only she Jocelyn 6-2, it's only her second loss, but all of a sudden being thrown to the UFC from, like you said, I'm playing a party to I am the party. It's overnight. It's like, whoa, that's amazing. Crazy. Yeah. So great fight though. I really was impressed. I got to be honest with you. I thought the nerves were going to get you a lot worse. I thought you would get starstruck once you're inside there. And on the pay-per-views, the cage is the bigger cage. And if I remember correctly, it's 22 feet panel to panel. So it's 22 feet all the way around. That's a huge amount.
You know what? Another thing though too, I didn't know there's 3 or 2 different sizes now. I had no idea.
Yeah.
And then Coach told me after. I was like, holy moly. So.
And you're going to be fighting this next one, Fight Night 89, I believe, and I'm sure someone's going to see this interview, and they're going to tweet me or they're going to text me if they have my number, and they'll be like, hey, look, you're wrong. But UFC Fight Night 89 is the smaller cage. The Fight Nights are the smaller cage, and the pay-per-views get the bigger cage. And as a result,
too, yeah.
It's so you're going to be in that smaller cage, but I got to be honest with you. It's maybe 3 or 4 feet smaller, but it really doesn't make that much of a difference. It depends on your style. If you move a lot, then it's still not going to be enough space. If you don't move at all, it's still going to be too much space. It's always it's never going to be perfect. You can make fighters fight in a phone booth, and we'd still be complaining, or make us fight in the middle of a battleship with no entrances anywhere. We'd still complain. There's always going to be that issue. So you'll be fine in this one though. But let's now, going forward, I know how hard you work and how hard you and your wife work to getting 1% better every week. That's like your thing. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be a 1% better mom, 1% a better partner, 1% better driver, 1% better boxer. I'm gonna be 1% better every day. That's your thing. What did you have to change or tweak in this training camp to get that 1% more out of you for the Ronda Marcos fight?
What I really did tweak is my footwork. And Randy says it well, my stand-up coach, is that, I don't always have to be in the pocket with them. I need to use the space. I need to use that space, in the octagon that night, and just moving, using my footwork. And I'm fast, I just I don't always just need to march forward and slip and stay in there, So we worked on that. Tons of footwork, tons. So that's what I've been getting, 1% better at with everybody at the lab.
Are you nervous about fighting up in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada? I mean, it's Canada.
I'm
it's not
excited.
that big a deal. Okay.
I've never been to Canada. It'll be my first time using my passport. Okay,
Nice.
I don't travel much. But I've gotten a lot of love on Twitter from people from Canada, so I'm excited.
I pick on, coming from Rochester, New York, I am literally on a lake across from Toronto. That's where I was born and raised since I was 18 and left for college. But it's right across the lake. We would sail across the lake and then go to Toronto, go to Coburg,
so cool.
Go to London. We'd sail across because that's what we do growing up. That was one of the things we did as a family. I pick on Canadians a lot. I make fun of them all the time because if it wasn't for the lake, I would have been Canadian. The lake is the border between Canada and America, and if it wasn't for the lake, I'd be Canadian. So I pick on them a lot. But the one thing about Canadians that I do enjoy is that they will always be more vocal for their hometown fighter, but they're not going to be like Brazilians where no matter what happens, no matter what's going on, they're going to cheer their fighter until the end, and then they cheer both guys or both fighters. But in Canada, if they like you, they like you. They don't. It doesn't matter where you're from. They're kind of we like this one, so this is the one I'm going to follow. Okay, so I can see you getting a lot of love up in Canada for sure.
Good, that makes me feel good. And I'm a huge Celine Dion fan too. Coach always makes fun of me.
that is a random factoid that I was not expecting. You really like Celine? She's when I was living in Vegas, she was at Caesars all the time, and I had tickets to go see, and her shows are sold out, and they're expensive, and it's worth it. Everyone that goes through is like, I was bitching about the money I spent, and I'm so happy I spent that money. When they get out of there, it's incredible, and I just don't want to go. I just don't. I'm like, Celine, I'd rather go see a Cirque show. You really like Celine? Have you ever seen her play live?
Yeah, a couple times. I want to take Jana. Jana hasn't seen her yet, but I don't know. Me and Jillian and I both. We've always been a fan, and wow. Right now, I was watching the Bobby Brown interview about Whitney Houston and his daughter, and I was crying 30 minutes ago. It's so sad.
Well, that's interesting because a lot of fans at home are like, you're a fighter, so you're a robot. So that robot we see inside the octagon is the robot that you are all the time. Yeah. They don't realize that you're like, hey, I actually like really bad French Canadian pop music. I really, I enjoy. I cry at movies. I cry at they don't. It's like most people don't see that. They don't get that effect because they're so used to that's how she is in the octagon. That's how she is. Period. That's just the way she is.
We're normal. We're normal people,
and a lot more normal than people think, and have self-doubts and have confidence issue problems and worry about what does the fans think of us, and all of us have that, to different degrees, up and down depending on who you are and where you're at. But we're regular humans, we have that same kind of mentality. How are you dealing with it now? All of a sudden, coming from RFA for 3 or 4 fights, getting that last minute phone call, you're in the UFC. You are now in the UFC. It's a different ballgame. So how are you dealing with the extra? I don't want to say fame, but it's that extra pressure of interviews and to do better at practice and to do that kind of thing. How are you dealing with all that pressure?
I'm actually really good. This is what I still can't believe. It's here, but I already have that mindset that this is my job. This is what I've been working my ass off for. Never thinking it would happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But still just grinding every day and just doing what I need to do to get the job done. But I've done really well with it. I've been in the gym constantly. This is my job. It's just And coach makes a good point. Like, there's a lot of fighters out there who are trying to make it, who can't do 2-a-days because they got to work, in the morning and train in the evening, or vice versa.
Yeah.
But coach makes a good point to our younger fighters, is that he understands if you want to take the day off. Like, oh, I'm just going to chill at home. I don't feel like it. I'm tired. I'm going to go see a movie with my girlfriend, whatever. So it's like you're calling into work, but okay, cool. You can call in. You'll get a write up. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, next week you can't call in again, or the next week you can't call in again. Your boss would be like, "Oh, okay, well that's 3, so you're fired."
Yeah, right.
He always stresses it. Like, if you could make one practice, like our team practice is so important at the lab, 3 to 5, every day, and he always stresses on that, and if you're late, you'll get a text from him, or if you're not there, you need to call in.
Yeah.
But I think I've been doing really well. I'm the only female fighter, on the roster who's legally married,
Okay.
and a lot of people don't know that
Yeah.
Jana and I are legally married.
I knew that. I knew that.
But, we don't just say it to say it. But what I've seen, too, is a lot of support I've been getting from the cancer fighters out there. And that's something you guys know I'm big on.
Yeah.
Jana being a cancer survivor, huge on that, and that ever since signing with the UFC, I've been getting a lot of stuff like that. And that's what we really love.
And I'm hoping I get the right answer on this one. How is Jana? She's doing? Everything's
she's
good.
Doing great.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I hate to ask her in the interview. That's something I should have asked before we started recording to find out, because most people at home know. I always try to get most of the people I interview I'm friends with. Like, I know on a personal level, so I get personal before we start talking, so I get that out of the way, so it's not in the interview. Because sometimes you don't want to talk about your partner. Sometimes you just don't want to talk about it. Like, sometimes when I'd interview, like I was talking earlier, I was on Jocelyn's podcast, and when I interview him, he does not like to talk about his wife. He doesn't like to put her out there. He signed up for this. She didn't. He wants to keep it separate. And so I with you, sometimes I'm like, I need to ask, but it's too late. We're taping. I got to wait. Let me hold on. So it's So I'm glad she's doing well. I'm glad she's doing good. Yeah. I want to come out to Phoenix and go ride with her at some point.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking for a road bike right now. And then I promised Jill that I would get a bike box so I can take it with me everywhere. Because I go on these trips. I'm like, this is just stupid. Like, I'm just sitting in a hotel room. So if you took your bike with you, you'd be okay. Like, you'd have something to do. So I'm gonna start taking it with me and start traveling.
I did my first triathlon on Mother's Day weekend. We did Mother's Day. Yeah.
How was that?
She got first place. I got second. It was about 333 women, and I was leading the whole way. Okay, I killed everybody on the swim. I was the first out of the pool, first onto the bike. I thought she would catch me on the bike because she's so fast on the bike. And I knew I would beat her in the pool. And so we're doing it. And then I'm the first one off the bike. And I was like, oh, shit. So then I start running. I'm like, I think I got this. And I look back after mile 1. And then I see her back there. And I was like, gosh, dang it. And she just came up and passed me before mile 2. She's like, you're not going to beat me at my sport. But it was fun. We had a blast. It was just a sprint, so something really short.
Sure. Okay.
But so much fun. I could do the sprints and stuff, but I'm not trying to do no Ironman. She starts Ironman training at the end of the year. Wow. And her Ironman training is insane. Their schedule.
In my building here in Hawaii, we have there was three guys that were Ironmen. That were in training for, they're Ironman athletes is what they do.
Yeah.
And they're sponsored athletes. It's all they do.
Yeah.
And they moved out of the building. And I saw one a while ago. I was like, why'd you guys move out of the building? He's like, well, because I have a $10,000 road bike that they want me to keep in storage in the parking garage. I'm not allowed to take it in the elevator and take it up into our condos. That's the HOA rule. You're not allowed to have your bikes in the elevators. Shoot. He's like, I'm not living in a building where I can't keep my bike by me. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Keeping it locked down there in some storage, and it's the bars, the seat, the tires are all expensive parts. So it's you can't weave enough stuff around it to keep it locked down. So they're out of the building. But over here, Ironman training is ridiculous. This is what half the people do. It's nuts. They do it all the time, everywhere. men, women, kids, like just kids that are like, this is what they want to do. Like they swim in the high school competitions, but then they're distance swimmers in high school and they do triathlon training otherwise.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's a whole sport I don't get. I don't understand it.
I'll do sprint. I had a blast doing it, but nothing crazy like that.
Yeah, that's nuts. Well, let's talk about Rhonda Marcos real quick. How do you see her training for you? What do you think she's going to try and do? Because now she's probably seen the Zola fight. She's probably seen the Torres fight. What do you think is going to happen now? Like, how do you think she's going to approach you?
I don't know. I listened to a couple interviews and, I like doing that. I don't mind doing that. I want to see what she's saying, what she's thinking. I know she went back to Michigan to train at her old gym she said made a comment. She wants to go back to her old grindy ways.
Okay.
And watching her old fights, she likes to do that, push you against the cage and grind you out right there. She has some like weird takedowns, stuff I got to be ready for. But I've noticed too is that she's been working more on her boxing.
Okay.
But I honestly think that, she's going to like try to wrestle me, get me down and stuff like that. So I just got to, keep moving my feet.
Yeah. That's your big 1%er for this one. Move your feet, get out of the way, keep sidestepping, turn the corner.
Yeah.
Short shots inside.
And that's what you see like in a lot of women fights is they'll start meet in the middle, start punching, and then boom, they grab each other. You know what I mean? I just got to keep that distance. Kind of like what Jessica did to Jessica Penne this past weekend. She kept that boxing range and didn't get too close to her where Jessica Penne can grab her, and she just beat her up on the outside.
What'd you think of the Bisping Rockhold fight? Obviously you saw the card. You're like me, you're a fan. You start at Fight Pass and work your way all the way through the entire card. Like you sit still and watch everything. What did you think of the Bisping Rockhold fight?
I thought I had a feeling something was going to happen like that. Like Luke was kind of too cocky all week, and especially with you guys, like how it is. You got your guys' size and how you guys hit. Like it only takes one punch, and it's fighting. Anything can happen. And good for him. I see that belt though, bouncing around for a bit.
Yeah.
But good for him, man, and for him to do it with his family there, like I'm happy for him. I've been around him a few times. I've always liked him and enjoyed his company. So yeah.
Yeah, I like Mike. I love his entertainment value. I get the number wrong, but I think it was like 9 years, 5 months. He was trying to reach his destiny, and everyone's like, "Oh, he just said it was his destiny." Like when he took the fight, like that's his written thing for this trash talking moment is, "Oh, this is my destiny." I was like, "No, I think I heard him say it 5 years ago. That's his destiny to win the belt." Like he's been saying this for a while. He really believes it's his destiny, and he's another fighter that believes he puts something out there in the universe and it becomes reality. It took a long time. Let's not 9 years is a long time to wait for a dream to happen, but now he's got the dream. And no matter what happens, no matter what goes on next, he will always be known as a UFC middleweight champ. Whether he loses the next time and never gets it back or defends it 100 times in a row, this is what's going to happen. So it's incredible. I love that fight. And I love those stories. I love those stories that come out of MMA.
That's what we need. The whole card was good,
Do you sometimes get distracted by the other fights that are happening on the cards that you're fighting on? Like there's fights on there, like, oh, I really want to see this fight. Oh, I really want to see this fight. Like this, this is a great fight too. Does that distract you at all?
No, no, not yet. I mean, it hasn't yet, but I mean, being on that card, I was on, that was pretty like, this is unreal. And sharing a locker room with Conor McGregor and Chris Weidman, that was all cool, but it didn't distract me.
Good. So last question before we get out of here, because it goes into how you are as a parent. Obviously, I stalk you on all your social networking, and I see how you are. And we actually had to reschedule a couple times because I missed the time in college. And you're like, hey, I gotta take her to tennis. I gotta go. Like you are an involved parent. You're not just you don't just socially put out there. You're a parent. You are an involved parent. Do you have that same kind of you don't seem to get starstruck. You've been around a lot of big famous people, a lot of big name people. You don't seem to get starstruck that often. That's why I asked you, how was it? Do you get starstruck by it? Do you instill that on your kids too? That you're like, look, it's just another human being. It's another person. They strive for a dream. They reach their dream, and we just watch them now because they got their dream. But let's not let's not be all googly and crazy around them? Or is that just a personality thing?
No, we actually do tell them stuff like that. You know, Kennedy, our oldest, she's an amazing swimmer, swims very competitively. She's ranked number 7 in the state, actually. But she sits at home on YouTube and watches like the USA women train, and she just loves it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And we're gonna take her to one of Mike Phelps' like swimming camps, but they don't get starstruck. They do giggle sometimes. Like we were at the outlets getting them shoes, and this guy asked for my picture, and they giggle. They're like Ellie, the little one. She's like, it's just so cool, you know. But yeah, it's funny. It's fun, you know.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm kind of a dick when my kids are around. Like I kind of get real nervous. Like I gotta have somebody there that I have to have another adult with me to be able to watch the kids. If it's just me and my kids, I'm not talking to anybody. I'm not going to take any photos. I have this real, it's my own personal thing. I just have this real fear of me being distracted. I look back and one of them's gone. And that's my thing. So like it's not going to do with the fans. That's my issue. And so like, I'm like, no. And it's like, I'm kind of a dick when they come up. If it's just me and the kids, but if somebody's with me, then my kids will start giggling. Oh, Dad, can we go? Like, we're hungry now. Enough talking to everybody. Can we go now? I'm like, no, they kind of pay the bills right now. Can we, we gotta kind of.
I'm not at your level yet. One day.
Oh, I've fallen. I'm talking, this is like 5-6 years ago. Now it's way off. Like I'm hanging out with, you know, cause I work on Hawaii 5-0 and I work on NCSLA. Like if you know those 2 shows, like I hang out with the guys on those shows. It's like, I'm a nobody at all. It's an ego check in your head. Like when you want to find out if you're a little bit famous and you want to get your ego in check, hang out with somebody more famous than you. It'll put your rate in place. It puts your rate. Right. You're like, oh yeah, I'm a nobody. I really am a nobody. Like no one even cares I'm here right now. This is actually kind of awesome. No one cares. It's perfect. I can do what I want, be who I want. It's kind of fun. Right. So yeah, I like it a lot. And so, I'm so happy for you to be in the UFC. I mean, we've been friends for a long time, and watching your ups and downs and the moves and your relationships and trying to get everything put together, and then seeing you finally get your personal life squared away and straightened up, and then getting your fight life squared away and straightened up. It's like everything's coming together at the perfect time now for you. It's the perfect bubble. It's just, and let's be honest, there wasn't a 115-pound weight class very long ago. And so it came at the right time too. Say you got all this stuff together 4 years ago. You're stuck. You're like just caught. Now you've got the time to actually do something with this. So good for you and good for your family, because this is going to be great for everybody involved. You know, super proud,
Thanks,
super happy. Yeah.
It means a lot.
You have a great rest of your training camp. Enjoy Ottawa. It's a great city. I really like it up there. I make fun of it, but I like it up there. It's a lot of fun. You will enjoy it. Tough with the money, because the money is different sizes and different colors. But you'll figure it out. Like it's weird. Like all of our money's the same size and folds real easily. Theirs is like different sizes, so it doesn't even fold right. It's kind of weird. I know it's strange. Don't even get started. No, but enjoy yourself. Have fun. Who's coming up there with you from your family? Who's coming up there with you?
It'll be me and Jana.
Okay.
Just
and
Jana.
Who watches the kids while you're gone?
They're with their dad that week.
Okay.
So, his name's Brett.
So how are things with Brett? Everything's good? Like very amicable. Very okay. Good.
He lives right around the corner. He's amazing.
Over all the time. You guys hang out?
Oh,
yeah. Okay.
Good guy. Right. Good guy.
Brent have a partner too? Is he with somebody, or is he?
He's seeing somebody right now. Yeah.
But not that serious. Okay.
Might get serious, I think.
You're like, things gonna get serious. All right. Well, that's good. I'm glad that's even working well. That's another stress level you don't have to worry about. That's perfect.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good for you. All right, I've held you on here long enough. I'm sorry. Now we're just chit-chatting. So I'll talk to you. Get back to your day, and we'll talk again soon, okay?
Awesome. Thanks, Frank.
All right, bye now.